When you're meeting with a group of people in a physical room, oftentimes you look for a whiteboard because it's a great way to hash out ideas. Connect has the same basic concept in the SharePod. It's called a whiteboard, and it hinges on the tools that allow you to draw on the screen. However, the whiteboard isn't the only place you can draw, as we'll see. So to get started with the whiteboard, I'm going to click here and choose Share Whiteboard. And there's your whiteboard. Now, there are a set of tools that appear here at the top that allow you to mark on the whiteboard. I'm going to select the pencil tool and click, and I'll draw a shape. So if I wanted to do something like write a little formula, I can go ahead and do so. Now, if I want to add to this and I want to change the color and the look of the pencil that I'm working with, I can. In fact, I can click on the pencil and choose a pencil or a highlighter. The main difference being that the pencil is opaque and smaller, the highlighter is larger and semi-opaque. I can also change the color. So if I really want to highlight this, but I want to highlight it in red, then I can choose a color from here. And I'm going to change the size just a little bit. And I can put little sort of waves of angst around E equals mc squared. As someone who's using this as a way to teach, this works just like a chalkboard or a whiteboard in a classroom. Every time I have some new information that I want to cover, I don't have to create a new SharePod. All I need to do is create a new page. And the way to create a new page is simply to navigate to it by clicking on the little button down in the lower left-hand corner. I can also come up here and change the color. So we'll just go ahead and make a new color for my marker. I'll go to a pencil this time, and I'll start marking. If I want, though, I don't have to limit myself to just these tools. I can do something like create some shapes. And I've got some basic shapes that I can work with. So I'll create an arrow. So if I want to highlight something or point to something, and then maybe I can go ahead and draw that something in. So we're talking about E equals mc squared. I'll draw a little mushroom cloud, which is why the waves of angst existed. Each time I click on these little arrows down in the lower left-hand corner, I'm going to create a new page. Now, this isn't just something that allows me to create new pages for this session. This actually allows me to create essentially a document that's going to live inside Connect. So I'm going to take the final tool here that I want to cover for creating stuff in the whiteboard and just put some information. There, the formula had big implications. And of course, I can adjust the size and the typeface and all of that if I want to. But when I go back down to the lower left and I click through the pages, those images that I created are going to be persistent. Not only are they going to be persistent now, but I'm going to double click on this and rename this, and we'll just call this the formula, and I'll hide the pod. When I go back to the pods menu, I'll select Share, and I'm looking for the formula, which I can bring back to the meeting room, and all of the pages and the markups on the pages have been maintained. So stuff doesn't disappear unless I actually want it to disappear. Now, if I do, all I need to do is grab my little arrow tool, select something, and then click the eraser, and that will make it go away. Or if I want to, I can grab a markup and edit it and change its shape and size using the editing tools. In fact, I can even rotate it around. So the whiteboard tool is designed to give you an ability to create content completely from scratch right here in the whiteboard. And because Connect really has a nice long memory for things, that content will remain available to me for this session and for any other session that I do inside this meeting room until I specifically get rid of the formula SharePod.